Hello, everyone. How y'all doing? This is Illa Land, and thanks for stopping by my channel, Everything Spiritual. Disclaimer: all readings are for entertainment purposes only, so enjoy. Hello, everyone. Hi out there. This is Illa Land, and thank you for stopping by my channel, Everything Spiritual. Today I'm going to do my February 12th house astrology reading for the sign of Cancer. Cancers are very emotional, they're intuitive, and they're nurturers. Cancers are also very family oriented, and they can also be a little moody. So let's see what's going on with Cancers for the month of February. All right, Cancer, in your first house, you have the Two of Air. Cancer is also a water sign, but you have the Two of Air. Then you have the cycle of a new beginning. And then you have the Bear. And the bear is a symbol of strength. It's a symbol of protection and resources, including money. So when it comes to your first house, Cancer, some of you all are viewed as someone who you're at a crossroads. You're not able to make a decision in order for you to have a new beginning and to have more resources in your life, or to have more financial resources, to grow it, to protect it. So you're at a crossroads. So you're viewed as someone who you can't decide. You know you need to do something different. You don't know which course to take, which path to take. In your second house, Cancer, we have the Three of Water. You have the Seven of Spirits, Ascended Masters, and then you have the Mice. So with regards to your earning ability, your spending, you're in a period of gratitude, and you connect with the Ascended Masters. That means you have your spirituality. You connect with your spirituality when it comes to your finances, and that has brought you happiness. But you also have the Mice card, and the Mice card is about loss or stress. Loss, whether it's financial loss, a loss of health, a loss of wealth, or stressing. So although you are happy about your finances and you connect with your Ascended Masters on financial matters, you still have some loss. You still have something going on regarding your finances that you need to look into, to plug into, so that you don't create loss. And it's probably a matter of just taking whatever this is to your Ascended Masters. Meditate on it, pray on it, and get resolution. Your third house, all these cards are upside down. In your third house, and this is of your communication with your family or in your immediate environment, you have a release. You have a new beginning. Something has ended in your immediate environment so that you can have a new beginning. And you may need professional assistance. You may need a counselor. You may need a therapist. Or you may need your pastor or preacher in your church in order to bring success into your life right now with regards to how you communicate with your family, your friends, and maybe even your colleagues. But it looks like, Cancer, you've got some problems. You need some help overcoming, letting go of the communication possibly that you have with connecting with your family or your friends and family. So look into that, Cancer. In your fourth house, this is the house of where you have your financial. Your fourth house is the house where you have your family nurturing and family stability. So you have a Two of Pentacles, or the Two of Earth, which is saying you're juggling. What are you juggling between? You're juggling between something, Cancer. Is it two circumstances? There are two situations. And this is regarding your family, your emotional nurturing. So these could be people in your life, or these could be relationships in your life, Cancer. And because you're trying to juggle multiple relationships or multiple things, it's creating an imbalance. And it's hard for you to maintain the status quo. You can't do it anymore because you need stability. You need security. You need to anchor. You need a strong foundation. You need a strong family. You need a strong nurturing foundation, Cancer, especially being that Cancer is the sign of family. So you can continue to juggle, or you can settle down and get stability. In your fifth house, Cancer, we have the Page of Fire. We have commitment. And then we have the birch broom. And this is regarding conflict, or some type of something that needs to be removed, like whipped into shape, or removed. The whip. You whip something into shape. But essentially here in your fifth house, you have a new energy. You have a new attitude when it comes to commitment and relationships. Your fifth house is a house of short-term relationships and flings. But here you have the Page of Fire. You have an enthusiastic, optimistic energy for new opportunities. And as a commitment, you're ready to commit and remove things from your life that are not in alignment with the commitment of a relationship. In your sixth house, this is a house of work, health, and service, Cancer. You have the ego, or the devil. You have the honoring path, and then you have fish. So this is saying that with regards to your work or your service, your job, your career, or something that you volunteer and give your time to, whatever constraints the ego had on you that had you trapped or bound in some illusion of your work or your servitude, those chains have been broken. So you don't have to follow the path of the ego, which normally deals with the seven sins. You got lust, envy, pride, wrath, sloth, greed, and gluttony. So as you cut these chains away, Cancer, you're able to go down an honoring path, a path that is admired and respected regarding your job, your career, or your service. And you have the fish as an indication of something happening, an action or resources. So you have what you need. You just need to release the chains of bondage from the ego so that you can go down an honored path, whether it's in your career or your servitude. In your seventh house, Cancer, you have balance, temperance, balance. This guy looks like Eddie Murphy a little bit. So you're with regards to your relationship, it's time for you to bring balance into your relationship, Cancer. And you have to have courage. You have to have the energy of courage to bring balance into your relationship right now. And if you do so, you'll get that emotional nurturing, that home, that foundation that you have been desiring. You'll have the safety and security. So it's up to you, Cancer. Bring balance into your relationship. Have courage to bring balance. Have courage to do the right thing. And the balance in the relationship, have courage to have self-control. Have courage to have patience. And then you will get the happy home and family life that you desire out of your relationship. In your 8th house, Cancer, we have the 2 of Fire. And this is the 2 of Wands, taking steps, taking the next step for the future. And those steps are going to bring you happiness and success. You have a consciousness of happiness and success. And then you have the 7 snake. So the snake normally means betrayal or deception of some sort. Your 8th house is dealing with shared assets, joint assets. Just looking out for one another in your relationship. And it looks like you are in a position where you're ready to take the next step, which is looking out for your significant other, shared assets, joint assets, and it brings you happiness. But then also there's some possible deceit or betrayal going on. And the betrayal could be why you were afraid to take the next step. So just look into that and make sure that you're doing what your heart leads you to do and not what another person leads you to do. And your 9th house, Gemini, and your 9th house, Cancer, we have the 10 of Fire, the 10 of Wands, fear, and the heart. So with regards to your 9th house, this is a house of higher learning, whether you're furthering your career, your education, or a spiritual journey. Right now, you've been working too hard. You've been taking actions. You've been doing other things. You've been working too hard, whether it's taking care of your family, whether it's working too hard with your job, or even with if it's furthering your education and training. But whatever causes you to work hard, if you remove the fear, whatever the fear is, if you remove the fear, the energy of fear from the equation, you will be able to see the love, affection, and generosity in the situation. So basically, Cancer, in order for you to advance either educationally or in your career spiritually, you're going to have to work hard to remove the fear. Whatever fears you have in your life, those fears have you stuck and you can't move forward. In your 10th house, Cancer, we have the 4 of Wands. We have the discovery and we have obstacles. And this is regarding your career or your job, your professional reputation. And it looks like it's a time to celebrate because you have discovered, maybe you set the intention to overcome whatever obstacles you were currently facing or have been facing in the past regarding your professional reputation, your professional achievements. So whatever problems you had regarding your career, you are celebrating because you've overcome them, whatever they may have been. In your 11th house, this is a house of joint activities with like-minded people. Yeah, you're ready to make a change. And coincidentally, Chariot is associated with the sign of Cancer. You see the Cancer symbol right there. So with regarding your like-minded activities with joint people with like-minded, joint people that share the same interest, you're going to make a change for the better so that you have more fun in your life, because right now you may have confusion. The clouds represent confusion or uncertainty. So make the changes regarding like-minded people It'll remove the confusion that you're currently dealing with, and it'll let you see the joy and fun in having fellowship with people of similar interests and mindsets. In your 12th house, Cancer, we have the Lovers card, we have back and forth, and then you have the Star card. And your 12th house is the house of your limitations and your capabilities. It's also your house of karma. So for you to have the first card, which is the Lovers, this is dealing with the relationships, Cancer. So you're at a crossroads where you're in relationships because you have the Lovers, but you're going back and forth. You're going back and forth. So is it that you're going back and forth between the relationship? Are you going back and forth with wanting to be in a relationship and then not wanting to be in a relationship? And then you have the Star card. You're looking for guidance and inspiration. And again, your 12th house is the house of karma. It's the house of your limitations and capabilities. So you're in a position where you may need to connect with Source, meditate, pray, and ask for guidance and direction so that you don't continue to go back and forth within your relationships. Now, the astrology dice is going to single out a particular house that you need to pay special attention to, Cancer. And for you, it is your 5th house. So you have, this has been coming up a lot tonight, Uranus, which is about change, getting rid of chaos, chaotic feelings. And then this looks like Taurus. And Taurus is normally about sensitivity, possibly emotional feelings, maybe being a little stubborn. And then in your 5th house, this is a house of short-term relationships. And there are other things, but in this instance, it's dealing with your short-term relationships. So you're ready to make a change. You're ready to and this is what I emphasize with this particular, these cards, is that you're ready to make a change when it comes to your relationships. Taurus does deal with relationships because it is ruled by the planet of Venus. And you're ready to make changes. You're ready to get rid of the chaotic feelings that you may have had with multiple relationships and flings, and you're ready to just settle down. You're ready to settle down and take actions to be monogamous or to commit to one relationship at a time. To receive more spiritual guidance, you can follow me on Instagram at Ilalyn. To book a reading, go to www.illalyneverythingspiritual.com. Have a wonderful day, Cancer. And as always, namaste.